There's three ways that you can use in order to scale with your dropshipping store using Facebook ads. And that's what we're going to dive in today. Guys, if you stay until the end of the video, I'm going to show you examples of what can you expect when it comes down to this strategy and those 3 points. So stay until the end and you're going to be rewarded with great information. So let's dive into it and let's not waste any more time. But before, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Extremely important because it's going to support us and motivate us at the same time to make more content for you guys. People are not speaking about those topics. What we say, me and my brother, are literally the truth about dropshipping, and we don't sugarcoat anything. Okay, let's dive into it. What are the top 3 ways to scale your Facebook ads? The first thing that you need to understand is let's start with rule number 1. If your product isn't showing any signs of scalability from the start, don't force it. It's not a winner. A winning product will perform right from the beginning. So what do I mean here? What do I mean is basically that if your product is not making sales literally from the first 1-2 days, it's not a winning product. You have something that is a product, but not a winning product. And again, you need to understand that there's millions of products out there. The chance that right off the bat, the first try that you test, you will find your first winner is very, very low, like very low. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because we're not here for luck. I don't want you to throw a dart, make 50K in sales right off the bat. I want you to understand the business. The moment that you understand the business is the moment that you will spend little to no money to make it work and you will have great results. Okay, so how can you tell if you have a winning product? It's very simple. Sales are coming in consistently. From that point, the only thing left is figuring out how to scale the right way. So like I said, if you have a product that makes sales consistently, then now you just need to figure it out how to scale it. If your product is not making sales consistently, then there's probably something going on. Also, I'm not going to put the blame 100% on the winning product because maybe your store is trash, maybe your pricing is not great, but overall, if you master pricing, if you master store design, if you master anything else related to creative and that doesn't have anything to do with product, then I can tell you 100% that your product is the problem. But I'm not behind your screen. I don't know what you're doing. So I hope that all those things on the side are mastered. If they're not, then you need to look at yourself on the mirror and be like, okay, what is really my problem? Is it my product? Is it my pricing? If you test a few products, you have a good deal and you know it's a good deal and it's not working, definitely the products. If you know you have a great website, because I've seen horrible websites out there, and like a lot of people they're like, yeah, I make a good website. No, 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 you don't make a good website. So you need to be critical of your own self. And then after, if you've mastered everything, then it's probably your product 100%. And if you don't know like what is your problem actually, and you want to figure it out as quick as possible without spending a ton of money, because it's easy to overspend without figuring it out, like without finding what it is, then you can contact us. We have a one-on-one mentoring. We have a lot of students getting ready for Q4, and we have a lot of students over the past 8 years that have made 6 and 7 figures in dropshipping. Okay, so let's speak about the first strategy. The first strategy is increase the budget on a winning ad set. If you notice that it's still early in the day, let's say around 5 to 7 a.m., and you already have a strong ROAS, then it's a good sign. In that case, I double the budget on that ad set. If the ROAS keeps climbing even higher, I'd 4x easily. So when it comes down to Facebook, it works kind of in a feeling way. So let me explain you what that means. So the ROAS is the return on ad spent. That's the first thing. Let's say that you're spending $5 and you already got a sale or 2 sales or 3 sales, and it's only 5 to 7 a.m. You already know that you're highly, highly profitable, and it's only the first hours of the day. So if you increase the budget, it's high likely going to perform well because the day already started well. So it's probably going to end up well as well. Most of the time, people they want to scale when they don't have those strong signals. They don't have a 3, 4, 5 ROAS, and they're like, "Oh, let me scale either way. Something is going to unlock." It's not how it works. You make sure that it's working consistently. You have a strong ROAS on certain days, and you scale on those days. That's what you want to do. And based on how strong is the ROAS, then I would either duplicate the budget, like dupe from 20 to 40, or I will maybe do 20 to 100 if I see that the ROAS is crazy. Like, oh, it's 5 a.m. on a $20 ad set and I have 5 sales. I'm going crazy on that ad set. Let me be honest with you. So this is a pretty standard way of making this thing work. Nothing too crazy, just pretty standard. And that's one of the simplest strategy to use, but it requires you having a product that you know is consistent for a while, like at least, let's say, 5 to 7 days. If not, then I will not recommend to do this thing right here. Why? Because some product needs a little bit more optimization, let's say that way, in order to work well. But this is a little more aggressive on that interest that is working. Because if you, let's say, do something wrong on that interest because of your inexpertise, then you just lost the interest that is working. So this is more of a risky approach, but still, nonetheless, one of the best strategies that I've tried and one of the best ways to scale your products. But still, it's a little bit more riskier. So I would suggest you the second or the third one. The second option, guys, do not forget, stay until the end of the video and I will show you what can you expect when it comes down to scaling strategies, because it's Q4 and it's time to make money, and dropshipping still work in 2025. If you want to have results, do not forget, you need to start testing now to consume knowledge and find this strategy that works for you and that you feel the most comfortable with. So use a CBO. So this is very simple. Once you see that your ad set is performing super well and it has been consistent for 1, 2, 3 days, not even 5 to 7, you can literally duplicate that ad set, that winning ad set with that winning creative into a CBO, and you will be able to start scaling. How to scale? Well, you'll be able to play with the budget on good days. It's basically the same thing than this. The only difference is that with the CBO, it's 10x better. So you will be able to 10x your CBO very easily, and it will be way more consistent than if you do it on the ad set level. And on here, you just duplicated the ad set. So if the CBO for some sort of reason doesn't work, when then at least you have the original ad set and maybe you can try something else. You didn't fuck it up. Let's say that way. So, like I said, this is pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but you need to wait a few more days. But at the same time, it's a little bit more risky if you don't know what you're doing. On here, it's not risky at all, and it's pretty simple because you're duplicating it to a CBO, and you're putting the best interest with the best creative, and it's just going to create a powerful generating cash machine because you're putting the best interest with the best creative and with CBO in it, where you will be able to play with the budget. Now, on here, can you put more than one interest on your CBO? Definitely, you can put more than one interest on your CBO. That's 100%. Duplicate your ad set, safe scaling. So duplicate your ad set, safe scaling. So this is the safest way to scale at the beginning. But the only problem is it doesn't scale as high as those two. This one is a little bit more riskier, but needs to wait a little bit longer and needs to wait a little bit longer. This one is less riskier and needs to wait less longer. But this one is probably the safest all of them because you're duplicating literally something that is already working. So you have an ABO, you're duplicating to another ABO. It's 100% the same duplication, so higher chance of working. So the third final method is the safest, although I won't scale aggressively because you cannot just duplicate 20 times the same interest. It's not going to start performing great. So very important that right here, you focus on duplication and you do it maybe 3, 4 times. And if it starts doing well, then it will go into a CBO, or I will go into increasing the winning ad set, because now you have multiple duplications. So if one of them you fuck it up, then it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're you have other ad sets to play with. And as I told you guys, like I said, like this is TripleWhale. This is what we use, and those are results that you can expect starting Q4 if you have a product that is a winner. As you can see, 2.53 ROAS, 2.67, 2.26, and on here a screenshot of the 11th of October of 3,000 sales, 2.71 conversion rate, and 44 sales. So this is not very hard numbers to obtain when it comes down to drop shipping. If you have been doing it for, let's say, a few weeks, a few months, you can easily obtain that if you have the right strategy. Very important. The right strategy is everything. So, hey guys, if you have any question, let me know down in the comment section. I will be more than happy to help you. I know that those things could be a little bit foggy, a little bit complicated from time to time, but I'm here to help. And if you need deeper help, if you need a 2-on-1 mentoring, then we'll be more happy to help you guys. So do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The more love you give to us, the more videos we're going to make, and the more people we're going to make successful. So wish you all an amazing rest of the day. Take care and peace out.